Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for realizing the merits of this project and your willingness to act on that. I know you know this, but unanimous consent doesn't happen very often in the United States Senate. So that speaks volumes about your leadership and your service. So thank you for being here and welcome back to Alabama. I want to thank all of you for being here today as we celebrate the $550 million investment in the Mobile River Bridge and Bayway project. Since even before taking office, I had been advocating for this project to receive increased federal funds. No matter what my professional career was, I found myself sitting across from these individuals talking about the needs of this project, what it would be for this area, and the difference that it would make. Because of this section of I-10, it's crucial, obviously, for local communities, for our state, for our region, and I believe for our nation. This critical infrastructure helps tens of thousands of Alabamians commute to work and to school. It also provides a safe route for people to visit their families or escape severe weather. Additionally, it enables small businesses and key industries to sell their products far and wide. This investment in infrastructure will support commerce, it will support our economy, and it will support the people who live and visit the great state of Alabama. Make no mistake, this is exactly how federal transportation and infrastructure dollars should be spent. Maintaining the status quo would mean that South Alabama would continue to face the challenges of congestion and the forced rerouting of hazardous materials. In light of these problems, officials, stakeholders at the local, state, and federal levels worked together to support a locally driven solution. This was a unified collaboration and is why Alabama was successful at securing this game-changing grant. I want to be very clear. Governor, thank you for your leadership on this important project. Governor, you have ensured that we would invest in infrastructure during your tenure in the governor's office. It has been a centerpiece of what will be your legacy, and it is going to make a lasting impact and generational change for our state. Thank you. To Director Cooper, to the Mobile Metropolitan Planning Organization team, obviously headed by Mayor Stimson, to the Eastern Shore Metropolitan Organization Planning team, who was obviously chaired by Councilman Burrell. Thank you all for coming together. I also want to extend some gratitude to our federal delegation. Obviously, see Congressman Carl here. I appreciate the support of all of our colleagues in the Alabama Congressional Delegation who joined me in supporting this grant application. I want y'all to understand this was a competitive grant process, and it is only because of our strong local, state, and federal partnership that we were ultimately able to bring these dollars back to Alabama. This is where it's going to make a difference for our communities. They're going to be safer. They're going to have a greater opportunity to grow, and it is going to make a lasting impact. So I say a tremendous thank you to all in this room that helped make this a reality for Alabama. I have said this over and over again, but I sincerely have watched this project through the years. And no matter how many times this group got knocked down, no matter how many times this group was told no, no matter how many times someone told you you were trying for the impossible, you stood back up. And you did it because you knew your community, the citizens you serve, were depending on you to do it. And so you went back and asked questions. You went back and said, what was wrong with our application? What was right about theirs? You learned from it. You cultivated that experience. You put it on paper. You made your application better, and you spoke with one voice. When we in the state of Alabama speak with one voice, there is nobody that can stop us, right? And so thank you for all of you for continuing to come together, to trying to figure out how we could do better and be better. The end result is going to be just incredible change, not only for this city, these counties, but in truly the entire region and the nation as a whole. And lastly, once again, I'd like to applaud the administration, please, Administrator Batt, give our sincere thank you to the President, to the Secretary, to those in the U.S. Department of Transportation and Federal Highway Administration for recognizing the merits of this project and awarding this well-deserved grant. We in Alabama appreciate it more than you could possibly imagine, and we believe this is how transportation and infrastructure dollars should be spent, and we know that this is going to make generational change. It is an honor to be with you, to work alongside all of you, and let's keep doing really good things for this area, for the state, and for our great nation. Thank you.
Governor, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come to be a part of this. It certainly has been a heavy load. What you've done in this state from an infrastructure standpoint, period. You'll always be remembered. You've got a legacy there. Coming from an infrastructure guy, that means a lot. Thank you, sir, for remembering us and not forgetting us. Not that we would let you forget. I love to tell the story. You know, Alabamians, we have a history. I walk in a room and I go, oh, God, Alabama's here. But we have such a history. The hospital in Gulfport, Mississippi, for example, the gentleman that founded that, he wrote a book, and the title of the book was Send Me Your Alabamians. But the rest of the title that was not in the caption was, in wartime, keep them in peacetime, because all we know how to do is fight. That's all we know how to do is fight. And this has been a project we've all fought on. 8 years ago, when this blew up, and all of you are smiling, know what I'm talking about, we were like a cup of worms dumped in a half a cup of dirt. I mean, there wasn't enough room for anything, but we didn't give up. We found a way to make things come together. We found a way to include Mr. Cooper, good to see you, sir. Include the state, Mr. Cooper. We found a way to make it work, and we're here today because of efforts from so many people. My job on the federal level was to stay out of local government's way. Let them figure it out, let them work it out. My job is at federal level. I talked to everyone that would listen to me. We talked to our colleagues on the floor. We talked to them in private. We talked to them everywhere we could about the need. But my focus has been a national need. I want them to understand it's not just about tourism. It's about national security. When you're trying to move tanks from Jacksonville, Florida to San Diego, California, and you need to do it fast, you can't put it on a train and wait 2 or 3 days. It has to be done immediately. That's what this bridge means to me. It's national security. So I appreciate this administration acknowledging that. And I appreciate, most of all of you that never gave up. Never gave up. So send me your Alabamians, but keep them during peace times. We don't need them. God bless you, and I think I turn it over to the mayor now. Thank you.
Administrator Batt, if you could join me just for a moment. Yes, sir. If you could just right here. So I have a key to the city. Before I give it to you, I want to tell you a little bit about the keys to the city. So back in medieval times when cities were walled, okay, during the daytime, the gates were guarded, and at nighttime they were locked. And a key to the city was meant to confer honor and trust. And it was only given to those people that the city would honor and trust to let them come and go as they pleased. I can assure you that as long as you are alive, you will be able to come into the city with or without this key. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to show this to my wife. And hopefully she's forgiven me for the traffic jam.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And so at this time, I think that we're supposed to, I need someone with media to tell us where we're going to do some pictures outside. And then also we'll be breaking up to give individual interviews. So which way? Right this way? So I would ask all those all the speakers and as well as Director Cooper, let's go outside to have a picture just out on the rail, okay?